is Elfrida Sari. I'm from Class 2C. In this video, I will dub a motivational speech video. The title is Math Isn't Hard, It's Language by Mr. Randy Palisok. Enjoy this video guys, happy watching! "26% on the nation report part the percentage you will love for 12th grader for the sub-fraction in math. In America, we had everything at so exceptional country, but the 26% sounds exceptional to you. Raise your hand if you think as country we need to do way better than that. I'm with you. We all need math for where so many kids confuse bias. It is because only 26% of people are hardwired from that, love 70% or not. After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this is the case of all. Kids don't understand math because we've been teaching it a dehumanized subject, but if we make math human again, it will start make sense again. You're probably wondering how is math in very human in the first place, so think about it. Math is a human language just like English, Spanish, and Chinese.
Because it allows
people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient times, people needed the language of math to conduct trade, to build monuments, and to measure the land for farming. This idea of math, the language, isn't exactly new. A great philosopher once said, "The law of nature are written in the language of mathematics." So you see, even Galileo agrees, isn't it? But somewhere along the line, we're taking the language of math with about the real world around us, and we abstract that beyond this recognition. And that's why kids get confused. Let me show what this means. We'll see these three great California math standards, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 per b as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equal parts. Understand a fraction a per b as the quantity formed by a parts of size 1 per b. And if you give this description to an 8-year, you probably get reaction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense. But to a kid, is in absolute torture. I tell this example specifically because the fractions are the foundational to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle because it had half road way to hit them in the high school. But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use that to fear the match. For example, when I teach one grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus lesson. For say yes, 1 apple plus 1 apple, and people often say to with the partly correct. Help then include the word as well as with the math of the language. But no just 2, isn't 2 apples. Next, in 3 pencil plus 3 pencil. You're all that know the pencil plus pencil, these pencils. So everyone, how much pencil? 5 pencil is right, and the key is you include the word. Try to submit with my 5 years old in it in month. After she's added pencil and pencil, I asked her what 4 million plus 1 billion, and my aunt overheard in the distance. She's called and said, "Are you crazy? She's been kindergarten. How she's supposed to know 4 billion plus 1 billion? I'm done it." My niece, Kwanisa counting, looks up and say, 5 billion. And I say, "That's right, it is 5 billions. My aunt stood ahead on that because she didn't expect that from the 5 years. But all you have to do is take a language approach, and math become intuitive and easy to understand." Then I asked her a question that kindergarten definitely not supposed to know. Plus 1 per 3 plus 1 per 3, and she immediately answered 3 per 3. Such as you are wondering, how can she possibly know that? when she doesn't know about the denominator and numerator yet. She was thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 apple plus 1 apple as her analogy to understand 1 per 3 plus 1 per 3. So, even a kindergarten can add subtraction. You'd better believe that every 3 grader can do it as well. Just for fun, I asked her algebra question. What 7x squared plus 2x squared? And then the 5 years correctly answered 9x squared, and she did in any exponential rules to figure that it out. So when the people say that we're either weird or not, it is not true. Math is a human language, so we have all the ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach to math urgently, because too many kids are lost and they are excited about math. And it doesn't have to be the way. I worked with an angry, frustrated high school student on who could pass the algebra because she only knew 44% of the multiplication task. If told her the account of words only knowing the 44% of the alphabet could pass her or public relation, and she had no confidence in that. As the result, the teenager had confidence in herself. I told her, we have to start with the multiplication. Because once you know all of you help with your part, everything gets easier and they will be having a fast fact every happy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And she said, oh. But she systematically learned the table in 4 weeks. And yes, even a multiplication is the language in better than that. You will be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 3 7 times, just like that. So, when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and inconvenient. So they group the memories that 3 7 times, all that with the 21. The future teenager walked out to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with the game changer. Because for the first time, we can focus on the problem solved instead of counting on the finger. I'm now sees the corner when she's figured out that 2 years curly at $445 a month would cost you $10,680. And she's looking at me disapprovingly and said, it is a polysoap. At the moment, not having wonder causing problem for her, but she's looking given a math solved problem as the reason to adopt. Educator in my duty to challenge kids to be tired. Charlie, you with this challenge. Our country is stuck in 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass to number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking not build your mind, but our kids needed to imagine and develop their future. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apple plus apple. Isn't that we teach math the human language, and we will get there sooner rather than later. Thank you.